I know the moped, let's test this. The moped's going to go up the inside there and try and filter through. I'm actually going to be here. And I'm actually going to go down this side. Ah, he's cut over. Didn't lifesaver. That was dangerous because he knew I was in this lane. Oh, what is he doing now? What are you doing now? You're just making yourself look real bad.
Naughty, naughty, very naughty.
Yeah, so we could have a little bit of rain, I think. I don't know if there's any on the lens of the cameras yet, but it's only just, the sun's only just come up about 8 minutes ago. Sunrise today was 7 o'clock. We are running a little bit late. I did press the snooze button. I didn't actually sleep all the way through to the next snooze alarm, which I think is like 8-9 minutes, is it? I don't know. What's snooze on an iPhone? 9 minutes? Not something I often do. I was a bit tired this morning. Feeling good now though. Had my double espresso. Done the morning routine. And we're good to go. I just hope this X2 doesn't keep flaking out on me like it always does, because it's a bit annoying. I did say to the wife last night, I do need to very soon. Oh, I'm going to get sandwiched here if that BM Audi's not looking. I did say to the wife last night, I do need to start looking at this DJI 360 camera in the very near future. I think that will be something I will definitely start bringing into the videos once I get it, that is. Probably before the year's out. So yeah, I'm looking to use the YouTube monetization. Mate, you're up my arse. I'm going over the speed limit and you're still up my arse. It's one of these Range Rover drivers or Land Rover drivers that's going to be a pain in the tits, so sometimes it's best to just, like I'm going to do now, get the hell out of there. I don't want him on my butt because I've seen the way he drives. Aeroplane in the sky. I'd like to put out a disclaimer, even though it's in the description of every single one of my videos. I need to do it again because some people are just not getting it. I'm still getting comments on the video, you shouldn't be teaching this, you're in no position to lecture others, blah blah. Come on guys, this content is fun. It's all it is. It's not, if you want to take it as educational, take it as educational. But I'm not telling you it's an educational video. This video is content, and it's basically, it's built from me. Thank you, mate. It's built from me just to document my rides in, for me to learn on my experiences. Are you going to even see me, or are you just going to pull straight out there? So yeah, I mean, if you want to learn from my experiences, then that's on you. But I'm not telling you this is an educational video or tuition. I may say now and again, you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that, but just look, that's just me thinking out loud for myself. So don't worry too much about what I say and do. Research everything for yourselves. Ride your own ride, as I always say. And just make sure you stay safe and have fun. That's what it's all about. It seems like these lanes have got smaller. It just doesn't seem like enough room to filter anymore. I know they haven't, but maybe my brain's not tuned into distances just yet this morning. It will get there. I know I've gone through so many gaps with like 2 centimeters either side of my wing mirror. You probably see that. And this video, the camera as well, especially the 360, even the DJI, it's on wide lens, yeah. So basically it makes everything look not only closer than it is, but it makes me look like I'm actually going faster than I am. Oh mate, whoa, right up my arse there. I don't know if anyone saw that. pulled over and almost hit me up the arse. That's why I had to go so close to this Renault. Let's see if we can get that on the 360. I don't know if we can. Might be able to get this angle here of him coming that close to my butt. So even though it's behind me, and even though he didn't start moving until I was past him, you could still kind of sense what's going on. And in those situations, I'm going to start saying I from now on, not you, right? I can still kind of sense what was going on there, and I was in a position where I would have to react even though the vehicle's behind me, which is why I had to kind of get in that position behind the Transit, or whatever it was, the Renault. I think it was a Renault, wasn't it? Behind the Renault, like this BMW doesn't give me any space, so I could react to something. I mean, it would have been a bit of bad condition. That guy could have bumped me, but at least I could have gone to the left of that Renault, and that would have been a safer position, because you are a top man. That would have been a safer position, because where the Renault would have been going forward into the space I would then have to go move into, because it was coming behind me and bumped me up the arse, it would no longer be going into that space. So that would have been a safer option. Now here, what happens, let's do a quick example. What happens when you're in the wrong lane? First of all, I need to get out of trouble here, right? Now here, ideally, you'd want to filter to the front, but I don't really like that space. I don't like the angle that this Audi is over. I think the Audi also wants to get over, hence why it's going so slow here. So I'm going to use this opportunity to just move over now. But I do think that the Audi actually wants to move over. I'm going to get between these two vans. Never really a good thing, but I don't really have a lot of options. I could go left here. The two vans were going round. I don't really like changing lanes on a roundabout. I think that's one of the biggest causes of accidents. Being in the incorrect lane and then trying to change lanes during the roundabout. Here we've got a lot of traffic. We are going to have to do a nice slow ACL. ACL, advisory cycle lane, dashed white lines. You can enter the ACL in a motorised vehicle. MCL, mandatory cycle lane, solid white line. You cannot enter this vehicle. Oh look, see the little indicator sticking miles out of that green coach. MCL, you cannot enter in a motorised vehicle, solid white line. That's the difference between the two. I know people are still asking. I don't know. We've basically mentioned this almost every video. See the lights on that car there. You'd be watching. I'd be watching. Well, I keep saying right? I would be watching for that car to be pulling out. I'm also watching for anyone walking that possibly will get into a car that's parked on the left, which means they'll open the right-hand side driver's door, assuming that most of the cars here are right-hand drive. And then also coming down this ACL, we've got to watch out for cars that want to park on the left-hand side. We've got to watch out, especially when cars are stationary, people opening their doors to decide the station's just up here on the right hand side. I'm not gonna sit in this traffic. I'll walk from here. So you get passengers opening their doors. The heavier the traffic, the more likely that is. Okay, so look here, police, right? Everyone's saying it's illegal for me to go in here. Let's see if he puts his lights on or does anything. He doesn't do anything. It's not illegal. They know the law, right? It's not illegal for me to be in this. I should not be in there, and the insurance will go against me if I have an accident. See this guy? He only acknowledged the truck driver. He didn't really care about me. He wasn't interested in me. The truck driver said he could go, so he decided to go. Right, I'm looking at that bit there because there's an entrance point there for cars to come across the dual carriageway, and here I'll also be looking for other things, but I am going to stay in this lane. I could actually go to that middle lane there. This woman is unlikely to look right when she turns. Watch, she doesn't look right. Always look right again before you move, I think. My opinion. I will stay here. I've got a moped behind me somewhere. There he is. He's got a Forza. A Forza. So, when we're going around here, I do not need to change lanes. However, this roundabout is extremely dangerous because, as you can see there, I'm looking at the green light for them, right? And let's see what happens when that changes to amber. These lights quickly go to green after that goes to red. But you always get one or two that will jump that light. Let's see if we can test that theory this morning. We're looking at that green light over there, just under the tree branch. And when that green light goes to amber, BMW definitely jumped the light. And see how quickly they change as well. I'm actually going to go. Oh, he was a bit forceful with that move. In his little Porsche, which probably means he's going to floor it away from these lights as well. Does that mean he wants to turn left up here with that aggressive driving? We don't know. We're not going to go steaming, because if he goes steaming, we're going to go head to head. Let's see what he wants to do. Right, no. So he's realised, I think he does want to get over. Maybe he doesn't. No, he would move by now. You still scare me there a bit though, because I don't know what lane he's going in. He's in one lane, speeding up for a corner with a red light, and then swapping lanes. So I'm just hesitant of that. I mean, drive your own ride, drive your own drive, right? I don't care. But I just need to take that into consideration when I'm riding, because it's my safety at the end of the day that I'm looking out for, not his. So filtering here, let's just be realistic. It's 40 mile an hour. Not a one single car here is doing less than 40 mile an hour. Everyone's doing, I'm doing about 40, let's say. But yeah, there's no real need to filter here. Unless you're late for work and you just don't want to be stuck in the queue, or there is a safety reason that you don't want to be sitting here. There's no real reason to filter. And to be honest, in a lot of my videos, I do filter for no reason whatsoever, just because I can. Not because I should, but because I can. And I do think, I think this is where comments are good. There's a lot of people that go to the extreme. It shouldn't be legal. I mean, that's the extreme, right? And some other people that give their views, and I always appreciate everyone's feedback and everyone's views. I don't like being preached at, telling me that I shouldn't do this and I shouldn't do I do that to you guys as well, to be honest. You shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. I need to get away from that, and I need to become more of a, I shouldn't do this and I know I shouldn't really do that. And this is the reason why. Because otherwise, and I think some people are right, otherwise it does seem like I'm trying to teach or I'm trying to lecture, and that's not the intent of these videos. On the other opposite end of the scale, got it's more people than the other end of the scale are saying that they really take a lot from my videos, and they see if they can apply it to their own riding ability, which is great. If you gain something from it, brilliant. That's even better, right? Watching this Peugeot, not sure if he wants to move over. So just there, a little burst does take me over the speed limit, but gets me out of trouble, because I don't want to be in that guy's blind spot. So you don't want to hang around. If you're going to hang about here where you can see the driver and he can see you. If you're here, he ain't seeing you. So you've got to get past that bit quickly. So speed and maintaining your speed on a motorcycle in traffic is not a good thing to do. You shouldn't. I don't think you should. Here we go. I'm trying to do it again. I don't think you should. This guy saw me. He was about to overtake. He's going to do it now, I'm sure. I don't think you should maintain the same speed. Like here, I'm hanging back a little bit. That car's going to move over. I'm in this guy's blind spot. I'm increasing my speed to get out of his blind spot, and then I'm calming it down again. So it's almost like a little bit of a wave. I feel like you should really ride like that, because it increases your safety a little bit. If you're just bombing it all the way through at a high speed, no, it's unlikely people are going to see you at all, because they will check their mirror, and then when they go to move, they've already checked their mirror. Might have been 3 seconds ago. In that 3 seconds on a motorbike, things change a lot. So I think it's important to stagger your speed as you're going through. Don't slow down. I don't think you should slow down when you're right parallel with a car. You need to be either in front or in their wing mirror in terms of overtaking. So this is why you see me now and again, like here, you see me speed up a little bit, then I'll slow down. I'm in this guy's wing mirror now. I'll speed up to get past that one. I'm in the Toyota's wing mirror. I'll speed up, and now I'll hang between the Toyota and this big truck. What's he carrying? Bubble wrap, or what is that? Roofing material? Don't know. Looks like roofing felt. It's got tiles on the back, I think. Oh no, that's plywood. That's plasterboard. I don't know what that is. Insulation of some sort, or house wrap. I don't know. That's irrelevant. So yeah, again, speeding up just past this. Now, the reason I talk and the reason I started documenting what I'm thinking as I'm riding wasn't really for content. It was for me to improve my commuting skills. It was me to have a verbal observation of what I'm doing. And you know what? I've got to say, the other day, I didn't feel like making a video. I just felt like listening to music. So I didn't have the cameras on. Cameras were in the bag. Spotify was on and coming through my headsets, my comms in the helmet. And you know how easy it is to make mistakes when you're not actually talking through your journey. So I would like to give some advice, only on my own experience. I find it very beneficial to talk through your journey, your commuting, for your own benefit, even if you're not gonna put it on social media of some sort. I do find it very good that if you can do that and you can play it back and just watch it yourself, or even if you don't have a video, just talk through it, because that keeps you alert. It really does keep you alert. Brakes ahead, everyone's braking on the left hand side, brakes on the right hand side for some reason, lanes are slowing, people are going to swap lanes, all of that sort of stuff. It just makes sure that you're aware of what's going on. So I do need to get in the left hand side up here. I am going to use this opportunity to move over, a bit of cardboard or a bit of debris on the floor there. I want to avoid that where all possible. So we are going to be getting off at this junction. So there is a slip road behind me. Now I need to look at the slip road, make sure no one's steaming up that slip road that wants to get onto the right hand side. We will stay on this lane for now. I'm going to move to the right hand side of this lane so I've got a better angle. I can see more going around that corner. I think we talked about lane positioning, why I go in a certain 1, 2 or 3 position of the lane, and that is to give me better visibility. I mentioned here a few times about this curb. Now I could go to the right in front of this car, but I don't think it's really worth it. This car's the car on the right has definitely seen me. The yellow one maybe not so much. My only danger here is the yellow one might want to go to the right hand side. He might have used this lane to jump some traffic. So we're just going to be cautious. We're going to play it easy. We've got a taxi on the left hand side behind. There's no big vans or anything. I will use this opportunity to just slip out in front of the Skoda, and we will be in this position. We're also indicating we're not going to cross the line here. Watching for cycles, watching for people jumping the reds. And we are a nice little lifesaver to the left in case anything's coming out on the inside of us. And we are off the dual carriageways now onto the, look, the X2 has done it again. It's given up on me again. Bloody thing. Oh look, that car moved over, no indication whatsoever. So this guy, be wary. I mean, there was a nice little evasive manoeuvre from that moped, but that moped is kind of a bit crazy. He saw the Clio indicating to get over, right? He saw the Clio indicating to get over, and then he still overtook it anyway, even though that Clio was getting over. So evasive manoeuvring, but maybe some of that could be avoided. Now here, after these lights, I really want to get on the right hand side lane, so I'm going to position myself over here at the moment. Whose music is that? Not mine. So yeah, so I want to get over to the right hand side, because I think the left and the right both look solid, so the only filter option for me is going to be on the outside of the second lane. Now, can I do this straight away? Maybe not, because depends how quickly this van pulls off. He hasn't pulled off too quickly, which is fine. I will move over to this lane. I know the moped, let's test this. The moped's going to go up the inside there and try and filter through. I'm actually going to be here, and I'm actually going to go down this side. He's cut over. Didn't lifesaver. That was dangerous, because he knew I was in this lane. Oh, what is he doing now? What are you doing now? You're just making yourself look real bad. You're making yourself look real bad with that move. That was a 3 points, and there was a policeman just pulled into the garage as well. I wouldn't have done that. I don't actually go to the right of these islands. Never once, ever. Not even in solid traffic, I've never done that. And he didn't life save. Let's use him as an example. I'm not criticising him. Ride your own ride, do what you want. I'm just saying, if that was me, I would have definitely done a lifesaver when pulling out onto the right hand side of this lane, and then again a lifesaver to actually do that illegal move on the opposite side of the island. So we are moving over here. We do need to move over. This is the disadvantages of, thank you mate, disadvantages of being behind a van. You have reduced visibility. You don't know what's in front if you can't see it. This one's not too bad, but I still can't see over the top of it. So it is always best to leave some space. We see a lane opening up on the left. It looks pretty empty at the moment, but this is a 20 and there's a speed camera there, so we're not going to be moving any faster than this anyway. And then the lights have changed. So filtering options here for me, through the middle. Let's see if there's a space through the middle. But here again, I mean, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Because that move through the middle there is actually going to be an illegal one. Passing the leading vehicle on zigzag lines. It's going to be an illegal move. And for what vantage point, what advantage are we going to get? We're going to get two cars. Not worth it, right? Risk versus reward. 3 points on your license and a fine for that. There is a junction here on the right, so again, don't really want to overtake here. I feel like a few vehicles on the left might want to get past that bus as well. Here is an opportunity. I know there's a moped behind me. We do have these lane dividers sticking out here. I'm going to get in just behind this taxi. I'm not going to go straight to the middle and try and filter through there. We are stuck in traffic. This guy is going to go in the cycle lane, and that's a big box. Oof, is he going to go in a cycle lane? Just be patient, mate. There's not much you can do from there. Seriously, you haven't got any options. What are you gaining from that? You ain't going anywhere there. You're just putting yourself in a squeezed position. And now you're going to pull back into my lane. I think the advantage he's got a big box on the back. It's got some lights on it. But he's gained one car for all of that extra work. And he's weaving and falling all over the place. It's... you make your own mind up, but sometimes it's not worth the risk. I mean, here... I could quite easily go in front of that taxi and get behind that bike, but for what? One car? Not worth it. In this position, don't think it's worth it. Mile End Station. My family used to live around here. Right, so the taxi's getting over, which means that we could use this opportunity to go to the right of the taxi. No, it's getting over, but how valid is that indicator? We also need to get over, but it looks like there's a lot of traffic there, so I'm going to go in front of the taxi here, go through this side. You're getting over as well now, are you? You've gone for a red light to turn right. Let me get through and then you can do whatever you want, mate. Cheers. Yeah, so that car was in the wrong lane. Well, is it the wrong lane? I mean, I was talking to New Biker about this a while back. Right, these lights are red, so I'm stopping. I was talking to New Biker about this, and he was telling me that even though a lane has an arrow to turn right on it, and it's not one of these straight up and turn right, it's just turn right. If it doesn't say on the floor, right turn only, you can still go straight in any vehicle, which was new to me. I didn't know that. So was that guy really at fault there? I mean, he wasn't in the greatest position, he wasn't in the right position to go straight, but was he illegal? Probably not, because I don't think there was a right turn only stated or printed on the floor or on the traffic lights, you know, with the blue or the white arrow on the blue background. I don't think there was one of those. So it could be questionable as to whether he was legally in the wrong or he was just simply not in the best lane. God, I've got an itchy foot. I've got an itchy foot on the top. I can't really do much here. So bus lane on the right hand side here. So all of the cars will be, because it's obviously rush hour, that bus lane will be active, I'm pretty sure of it. All of the cars here will be on the right hand side. I have the opportunity to filter now. Bicycle just gone in front of me. I've got to look out for that bicycle switching into the right hand side here, because it is possible he will do it. Instead he's going through all of the cones anyway. Okay, that Nissan without indicating is pulling to the left. That dude had no crash helmet. And there's a R1, I'll let him go. R6, R4, whatever that is, an R something. It was definitely a yam. Bus lanes. A lot of bus lanes allow motorcycles, cycles, taxis and buses. Then you get some bus lanes which only allow buses, taxis and cycles. Why? Why restrict a motorcycle? It's not going to be taking up any room, is it? I mean, how much congestion is a motorcycle going to be causing in this lane? It's kind of weird, and the cycles have got their own bloody lane anyway. Why do they need the bus lane? So I think that's a bit of a strange one, because there are some routes in London where you would get something like this, where you've got taxi, cycles, motorcycles and buses, and then you go around the corner and there's another bus lane, and all of a sudden motorcycles are not permitted. Are you going to look? Are you going to look? Yes, you are. Motorcycles are not permitted, and you're like, well, that's a bit weird, isn't it? What's the point of having that one and then blocking the bicycle and the cycles? I mean, bus lane drivers. There's a guy on the channel who's a bus driver. Do you know the reason that some bus lanes, motorcycles are not permitted? I'd be interested. I like to learn things. I'd be very interested in that. Why motorcycles are not permitted in some bus lanes, but cycles, taxis and buses, well obviously buses are, it's a bus lane, but taxis are. We don't have that many motorcycles in the UK that we're going to be causing congestion. I mean, we got more, I think there's a hell of a lot more mopeds than there are motorcycles in the UK now, because of your Just Eat, your Deliveroo, etc. am I supposed to keep 2 metres from these bikes, or 1 metre, whatever it is, if they're right next to me? That's another silly rule that was introduced. I know it's all about safety, but it's got to go 2 ways. I think there was one video where I was going through the countryside in Epping, and I was talking about the rule when it first came out about keeping 2 metres from cycles, right? And should we go back in this lane? Is it going to close up here? We'll go back in this lane. Yeah, there was one rule. The new rule came out, said you must keep at least 2 metres from a push bike. Now, and that's in all roads. That's not possible at all times, especially in London. And if we have to apply that rule, and I remember the cyclists, they were having a joyous occasion. That was 2 metres, mate, 2 metres, and they was walking around, putting their arms out everywhere, shouting 2 metres all over the place. So much like the initial days of COVID, when you're standing in the queue in a supermarket, and you're reminding people how much distance they need to keep. It was like that. It was the cycles were just out in arms. 2 metres, 2 metres, they were shouting all over the place. And the problem is, yeah, fine 2 metres. Right, this is a bit of a dodgy one. Will this truck be able to see me? I think he will. And the thing about that is, I'm going to go a little bit closer to this truck just to move over from this lane a little bit more. You take 2 metres, you try and have a wide bend on these cyclists, but some of them, they're doing bloody Tour de Epping, and they're like free astride on some of the lanes, and literally it's a 60 mile an hour lane. You're not getting past them, and you just, even on a motorbike, you're not getting past them. It's ridiculous. There's so many bends in that road that you can't find a safe place to overtake. But anyway, the point was that you would overtake a cycle. You would eventually find a place to overtake the cycle, and you'd leave your 2 metres, and you'd go wide around this cycle to make sure they have the legal amount of space required, right? And then you'd get back into your lane, and there's like, between you and the side of the curb, there's like, 75 centimetres. And the guy will come whizzing up the inside of you, just shoot straight through that. And I'm thinking, well, why am I giving you 2 metres if you're not giving yourself 2 metres? It doesn't make sense. Some rules are a bit stupid. I know they're put in to protect other people. I know the food chain rule now is pedestrians have always got right of way, then cycles have always got right of way in terms of if you have an accident, and then motorcycles, and then cars, and then trucks. I mean, okay, not sure I agree that, because some of the videos we've seen recently, the cycles have been, the pedestrians do it as well. It's not just the cycles, and the motorcycles do it as well. But we get to a position where we feel like we're entitled. You have a cyclist who feels like, well, you can't crash into me. I think someone's clearly stated that on one of the videos. There's a recent video as well. I'm not going to overtake. Actually, I will, because you're doodling. Do you want to get over? Is that what you're doing? You're in the wrong lane or something? I've gone down the wrong lane. Yeah, so some people are clearly feeling like they're entitled. Oh look, the rain's coming. We're almost here, but the rain's coming. Now here, I'm going to go down the inside lane while the light's red. If the light was changing like that, can I go? Is there anyone in front? No. I will dart out in front here then. Yeah, I can't remember what I'm talking about now. I don't know what I'm talking about. I want to go left here. So yeah, some people they'll jump out. They feel like, well, you can't hit me because I'm lower on the food, or I'm higher on the food chain. You have to give way to me. Where can I go here to actually get back to where I want to go? Is this a one-way street? I think it is, right? It might be a one-way street. That's a two-way. That van's parked there. I do like these little coffee shops in London. Straight up. Oh, I'm going to have to put my sat nav on there. I don't know where the problem with London is so many bloody one-way streets. You take a wrong turn once and then you're screwed. What are we doing here? Ignore that pin number. EC2. That will do. 14 minutes. Okay. Go. I'm sure it doesn't take 15 minutes to get there. Oh well, we took a wrong turn. Now I think we have to go back to where we were. Where is this place? You know, sometimes it's nice to take a wrong turn because you get to see things that you wouldn't normally see. I mean, a street with loads of elephant statues. Not seen that for a while. Not seen that ever, I don't think. We're going to do a left here. Yeah, one wrong turn in London, and you're getting yourself in a position where you got to start slaloming in the streets, right? Because there's loads of one ways. I guess it's to improve the flow of traffic, but it does add some time on if you screw up a little bit. "13 minutes, this doesn't seem right to me." I think it's just taking us all the way back. What are you actually doing now? Are you turning? You want me to overtake you? I don't know what you want to do. Well, I don't know what you're doing, so I will overtake you, and I'll say thank you for whatever you thought you were doing. We'll get in this lane. Don't know where I am now, to be honest. Kind of a bit lost. Tesla wants to get over, so I will give him space. Now I'll bring around here. We do need to turn left up here, so no point in filtering too much. We will stay in this lane. Am I in the blind spot of this guy? Go on, mate. I'll do the right thing as a fellow road user. The A10, I definitely don't want to go to the A10. Checking for cycles. No, we're not going A10, good. We're doing a left here. See, it's literally, we've just come all this way and now it's sending me all the way back again on a parallel road. Just because there was one turn that we missed. Bloody nightmare, isn't it? Bloody nightmare, getting lost on the way to work. How the hell did that happen? Getting lost on the way to work. And it's not like I've even found a shortcut or, you know, a better option. This is definitely slower by a long way. It's taken me almost an hour to get in now. Is there a way to overtake all of this traffic, or is it only two cars? It's only two cars, so let's not bother. Maybe we'll find something that we didn't know existed. We'll find a road, or we'll find a building, or a shop that we've always known about but didn't know where it was. Crystal Gate, no idea where that is. There's no point in me overtaking on the right. This is a giveaway. That guy looks like he wants to park, so I am gonna pull out this way. Where am I now? Where are you now? Do 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 do. No idea where I am. It's Finsbury Square. Can I go? See, like, I can't go in this cycle lane. Why? What disadvantage would I impose on other people by not going in that cycle lane? Don't get it. Nice bag. Don't get it. I know where I am. This is Moorgate up here. I know where I am now. Oh, I could have just done a left into Finsbury Circus up here, can't I? Yeah, that's what I'll do.